Hey loves, and happy Friday. If you guys haven't noticed already, I do have a new blog post schedule as well as video uploading schedule. So I have 2 blogs a week posted up on Mondays and Wednesdays, and on Fridays I always have a new video. So it is Friday morning right now, and I decided to do the running tag for you guys. I do plan on running after this video. That is why I am wearing one of the shirts that I got for free in the last half marathon that I ran. But yeah, a few of you guys actually tagged me to do this. None of you had actually done the tag before, but since you guys saw all my active posting on Instagram as well as my blog about running and just training and all the different races that I've been doing, you guys decided to tag me and just let me know that I should do this video. Excuse my hair. I do plan on running after this, so I'm just gonna tie it back whenever I'm done with this, but hopefully it's not too distracting to you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I started running track in 5th grade, so I was around 11 years old. I am 27 now, so that would be 16 years, but I'm not sure if you'd want to count all those years because I did stop running once I got to high school because I did cheerleading and golf, and of course I still stayed active, and I probably ran around like 1 to 3 miles like easily still during that time, but I wasn't really actively running. And then in college I just did club basketball and I was on a dance team, so not too much running there, but again, I still ran about 1 to 3 miles easily. But it wasn't until 2012 that I started proactively running again. So if you want to count that, then it's only been about 2 years or so. So I started running mainly because of my dad. My dad is a Filipino father, and all the sports that were available at my school growing up, he really encouraged me to play. So I went to a private school for kindergarten through 8th grade. So we had volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter, and then during the springtime we had track and field. So he encouraged me to do track, just, you know, to stay healthy and keep in shape. And yeah, that's basically why I started running. And then why I started running later on again, about 2 years ago, is because I wanted to get into better shape and just kind of, you know, have something to keep my physical fitness keep going and have something to train for. So I signed up for my very first 5K, and that just had me basically start and basically keep going. So my longest race thus far has been a half marathon, so 13.1 miles. But my best running memory would have to be finishing my very first half marathon. I was really proud of myself. I didn't struggle as much as I thought I would, especially since in the half marathon that I did, mile 8 was almost entirely uphill, and I was really dreading that particular mile, but I made it through it like really well, and I was just really proud of myself once I crossed that finish line, and just the overall experience and just the feeling of accomplishment and just success was just an overall great feeling. The shoes that I'm wearing usually are my Brooks Adrenaline GTS 14s, and they just look like that. They're in my favorite color, purple. And the other shoe that I wear mainly for just shorter trail runs are my Nike Air Pegasus 30 trail IDs, and these ones I did customize online, so you can't find these particular colors, but if you want to customize them in the same way I did, I customized the color of my sole, and then this part, as well as just the black mesh, and then again with the purple and the neon yellowish green. So I like 5Ks because they're really easy and quick for me to do. I particularly don't like 10Ks too much. I think they're just a little bit more difficult for me to pace, and since they're not too long and not too short, it's just, you know, not enough of a sense of accomplishment just running 6 miles. Running the 13.1 is like more of an accomplishment to me. No, I do not. I do most of my running by myself. I find I do a lot of thinking while I run, so I don't really have a group of people that I run with. I do have a lot of friends who are runners. I just don't particularly run with anyone. If anyone, I would say my sister. Usually my longer weekend runs, I do run with her. it's not like she's really my partner because we have different paces, so I tend to run a little bit faster and further out in front of her. I would say Sawyer Camp Trail, which is actually where I'm going to be going right after I film this video. So it is along the Crystal Springs Reservoir, and it's just a really nice 6-mile trail, and it has markers every half mile. So it's nice just to be able to see your distance and how far you've already ran, and also just to be along the water. It's just a really nice trail, and I do a lot of good thinking there. So I actually don't have any running gadgets or anything like that. A lot of people have been telling me to get like watches and just all these other things like a Fitbit or, you know, just random stuff like that. So I actually don't have any of those. I actually do all of my running tracking on an app on my iPhone, and I use Runkeeper. So I guess since I don't use any of those, what I would have to say is just my armband and my headphones. So I bring this with me on every run. I find that I always like to have music and be listening to music when I am running. I actually bought a new one of these, but I haven't opened it yet. Like this one, it doesn't even fit my phone, but I'm like too lazy to open the new one for some reason. So I'm just still using my old one, and it still works. Like my phone sticks out a little bit, but it's not too much of a difference for me to really need to open the new one yet. So this one is just by Belkin, and it's cool because you can put a single key in here, and I got mine at Target. And my headphones are actually by Skull Candy, and just nothing special about them. I think they're just about $20 or so. I got mine at Target also, and I just like these because they go around my ears so that they stay in my ears. So always outdoor. I enjoy running in different sceneries and just not paying too much attention to how far I've really ran. I find when I run indoors on a treadmill or something like that, I just get too distracted by all the numbers, and I just like keep staring at how many calories I've burned, how far I ran, what my pace is. It's just too much stuff, and I like just pay too much attention, and it kind of just brings me out of the zone, and I end up wanting to stop running a lot sooner than I would if I was just running outdoors and not even thinking about my distance and my pace and all that. Also, I have fallen on a treadmill, and I pretty much laughed at myself, and all the other people around me stopped their treadmills and ran to me to help me, but I was pretty much dying of laughter because I was just so embarrassed that it actually happened. But yes, treadmills can be dangerous, and you want to be careful. Don't fall. So I like to run in the early mornings or very late afternoons just because it's cooler during that time. Any midday runs, it's always so freaking hot, and I just want to quit after, you know, not getting as many miles in as I would have wanted to, just because it's so hot and my body is just like worn down, and I really need to refuel and just need more water. So just especially very early mornings and late afternoons, those are very ideal for me. So in 2012, I did the Giant Race 5K and the Neon Run 5K. In 2013, I did the Giant Race 10K, the Color Me Rad Run 5K, the Dirty Girl Mud Run 5K, the Awesome 80s Run 5K, and just this past year in January, I did the inaugural Tinkerbell 10K, and I just did the inaugural Livermore Half Marathon. So basically I listen to anything that's upbeat and happy and just has a really nice fast pace. I find that I run in the tempo of the music that I'm listening to, so it's always better for me to have something a lot faster of a tempo and pace. So I just keep my pace up basically. If I have a song suddenly in my playlist that is a little bit slower, I tend to slow down with my music. I'm not sure if that's the same with everyone, but yeah, that's basically how it is with me. So if you want, I'll link some of my songs in the down bar below so you know what songs that I'm talking about and what I currently run to. The lowest is probably around like 27, 29. It doesn't get too freezing cold here in the Bay. Highs would be, I guess, like upper 70s, because I think anything above that I basically die, and I would prefer to not run in those conditions. So I do like doing yoga and Pilates and anything that's high intensity, like kickboxing and stuff like that, I really enjoy. So I'm not currently training per se. My next race that I have scheduled isn't until September, but that is another half marathon. So right now I'm just trying to keep my pace and just keep up the distances and just staying steady. And I'll probably train a little bit more intensely as I get closer to September. So current goals, I would just say to get a better PR for the next half marathon that I'm going to run, and just also to just keep running consistently. For future goals, for my first marathon, I really want to go to Greece and do the original marathon from Athens to Marathon. And I just thought that would be an amazing experience. And after that, I do want to be basically an international marathon runner. My sister's coworker, Paula, she is actually an international marathon runner. She did this amazing marathon that she told us about in Paris, and she also told us about another one in Barcelona, and I was just so impressed by that, and I really want to do that within my lifetime. So I'm working my way up in miles, and I'm excited to do my very first marathon, and then later just keep running marathons and doing ones that are international. So not only do I get to travel, but I also get to keep pursuing my love of running. I would say pick a race, usually a 5K, and just start with that just to help you get going. Usually before, I only did 1 to 3 miles anyway, so trying to train a little more intensely just for a quicker run like a 5K. It was just really great, and it just really helped me get started and not worry about being completely dead after 3 miles. I basically gradually moved up, so I went from 5K to 10K, and now I'm doing half marathons. So I thought that's just a really great way to keep yourself going and keep pushing towards bigger and bigger goals. And now I'm up to, I potentially want to do a marathon, so I'm actually really proud of myself for that. I basically wanted to share my running journey with you guys. I never considered myself to be a runner in the past, but I definitely do want to share this with you guys, and I got a lot of great responses from you guys in my blog posts, as well as just videos that I've posted, just vlogging, just everything on my Instagram and all my other social media channels. You guys really encourage me running, and it's just really great that I've been able to share this with you guys. And hopefully I just really want to be able to inspire people who were once in my shoes, who didn't consider themselves to be runners. If I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. And I actually am shocked at the amount of people who tell me that I've inspired them. And I don't know, just being able to do one half marathon. The last half marathon I did was my very first one, and I was so proud of myself for that. And I actually inspired a lot of my friends and family to actually pick up running and just getting out there. And I think that is always the first step that you need to take. I'm actually always proud of people who even get out there and run, no matter what your pace is. I feel like we're all runners, we're all athletes, we're just at different levels of training. So I think that's just the main thing that people really need to keep in mind. As long as you're out there and pushing yourself, you're making progress, because slow progress is still progress. So I'm going to tag one of my childhood friends who was an even better track runner than I was in 5th grade, and that would be my friend Stephanie. She runs a fantastic blog. I will also be linking her blog in the down bar below, so you guys can check out her blog post once it is up. And I'm also going to be tagging my friend Paulo, and he's also known as My Life is JDM here on YouTube. And I'm also going to tag my friend Aldwin. I didn't tell him that I was going to tag him, but I'm going to tag you anyways, because I know you want to start blogging again, and you used to do YouTube videos, and I think this tag would actually be a really good one for you to do to get you started again. And if you're too lazy or too busy to do it, you'll at least do a Facebook note, I believe. But yeah, I guess that is it. Any of you guys watching who would like to do this tag as well, I go ahead and tag you. So if you have a blog or a YouTube channel, feel free to go ahead and answer these questions and leave them for me in a comment below, and I would love to watch and read your guys' responses. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go run now with my sister, and thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the later video. Bye guys. Ugh, my hair is crazy today. For those of you guys who don't know, Filipinos have 2 types of hair: really super straight Asian hair, and then my type of hair. So if you have my type of hair, you know that the struggle is real. This is so awkward to be posing with a shoe. Bye guys.